Good day, ma'am. So today I will discuss about transistor, the two main types of transistor, and the five different types of it. So first, what is transistor? So a transistor is a semiconductor device used to amplify electrical signals or act as a switch in electronic circuits. It is consists of three layers of semiconductor material that form two p-n junctions. This layer may be arranged as either two n-type and one p-type material known as the NPN transistor, or two p-type and one n-type material known as the PNP transistor. So transistors are widely used in the field of electronics and communications engineering for applications such as signal amplification in communication systems, switching in digital circuits, and operation of electronic devices like radios, televisions, and microcontrollers. So, the two main types of transistors. First is the bipolar junction transistor, or known as BJT. It is a type of transistor that uses both electrons and holes as a charge carriers. It operates by controlling a large current flow from the collector to the emitter using a small current applied at the base. So BJTs are widely used in amplification and switching applications in electronics and communications engineering. So there are there are three terminals of bipolar junction transistor. First is the emitter. So emitter releases charge carriers, whereas base, the second one, controls the flow of current, and the third one is the collector, which collects the charge carrier. So as you can see from the picture, makita nimo din ha ang usa itsura sa bipolar junction transistor and ang yahang three terminals, kung asa siya padulong nga na. So next is the five types of bipolar junction. So the first one is the NPN transistor. It is where two n-type layers and sandwich a p-type layer. It is a current control device, meaning a small current at the base controls a larger current between collector and emitter. So like kuan siya, parang sandwich like inyahang purma. So the second one is the PNP transistor with two p-type layers surrounding an n-type layer. It also operates as a current-controlled device, but with the opposite polarity to the NPN type. So the third one is the Darlington transistor. It is a configuration of two bipolar junction transistors connected together to achieve the very high current gain, and a tiny current at the input control a much larger current at the output. So the fourth one is the power transistor. So what is a power transistor? A power transistor is a BJT designed to handle high voltage and high current, often with built-in heat dissipation for safe operation. So the fifth one is the RF transistor, or known as the radio frequency transistor. It is it is a BJT which is specially designed to operate at high frequencies with low capacitance and fast switching speed. So those five different types of bipolar junction transistors have easy applications, which is to amplify weak signals, switch electronic circuits, control power in circuits, drive motors and relays, and also operate at high frequency and radio communication systems. So next is the second type of the transistor, which is the field effect transistor. So it is a type of transistor that controls the flow of current using an electric field. It is a voltage controlled device where the input voltage at the gate regulates the current between the source and drain. So FETs have high input impedance and are widely used in modern electronic and communication systems. So, similar sa BJT, FET also have its own terminals. So, the first one is the gate, which controls the current flow. Second is the drain, where current exists. And the third one is the source, where current enters. So this is how it looks like. Yes. Now let us move on to the 5 types of field effect transistor. First is the junction field effect transistor, or also known as JFET. So it is a voltage controlled transistor where the current flows through a semiconductor channel, and the gate voltage controls the current without significant gate current. So the second one is the enhancement mode MOSFET, or uh, E MOSFET. So it requires a gate voltage to increase or start current flow through the channel. It has a high input impedance and is voltage controlled. Now let us move on to the depletion mode MOSFET, or the DMOSFET. So here it conducts naturally and requires a gate voltage to decrease or stop current flow. It is also voltage controlled. The fourth one is the metal semiconductor FET. So it uses a metal semiconductor junction as the gate and is capable of high-speed operation, especially in microwave frequencies. So lastly, the high electron mobility transistor, or known as HEMT. So it is the type of FET designed with a heterojunction to provide very high electron mobility, enabling operation at very high frequencies and low noise. So similar to the BJT, the FET, or the 5 types of FET, also have its applications in the ECE field. So FETs are used for low noise applications, switching digital circuits, signal modulation, integrated circuits operation, and high frequency wireless communication systems. That's all for the transistor, the 2 main types of the transistor and the different types of it. Thank you.